And we're starting this morning with the Nation newspapers here in Nigeria and seeing what major stories have made the headlines across the nation. You can see right there on your screen, Tinubu on Shatima have made hard best choice.
Hard best choice?
APC presidential candidate says 2023 poll a must win. I won't be a vice president to Muslims. Let's also goes on to say, let's join hands with candidates for victory, says party chair. President Buhari sure of victory. Also this morning, blackout as grid collapses to 0 megawatts thrice in 3 hours. Yes, everyone across the country got to feel that yesterday, but the power was eventually restored late at night in my area. Labour's planned protest unlawful, says federal government. We can also find on the Nation this morning, Kyari NDLEA tenders $61,400 alleged bribe cash in court. Witness testifies against Etete in $1.3 billion Malabo oil proceeds suit. And we can also find on the Nation, Akeredolu orders sack of civil servants on double salaries. Osun governor-elect and deputy get certificates of return. And also a jealous woman sets husband ablaze in Osun as Lagos launches smart ID cards. Very interesting stories on the Nation.
Oh, wow. All right, let's move over from the Nation, still here in Nigeria, taking a look at the Punch newspaper. On the front page of the Punch newspaper, the big story on the Punch is, of course, talking yet again about ASU strike. NLC rejects Buhari's 2-week ultimatum, insists on protest on page 2. NLC faults 2-week timeline, says 3 days enough to meet demands. I wanted to hear Osage's thoughts on this. Planned protest illegal, NLC partisan, says government. Are we in this case going to consider, because of course the NLC is supposed to be neutral, but are we then going to consider the NLC partisan, because this is an issue of education concerning the Nigerian students and the workers as well, because these lecturers and the staff of the universities are workers.
And I'm not sure how they're being described as being partisan. I'm not sure
exactly, I'm trying to understand it as well.
Because ASU is not a political body. It's not. So how is NLC partisan?
I don't understand it as well myself. Details of the stories on page 2. ASU says no going back on protest. Aviation workers plan strike, so no more flying. Wow. Blackouts, of course, this story was the same on the Nation. CBN panel worries over Nigeria's debt repayment capacity on page 25. Page 20, EFCC ICPC fault proposed ACJA amendment. Reps plan tax crimes commission headed by IG. I'll take that again. Reps plan tax crimes commission headed by IG. Bakers halt bread production today over rising costs. Wow. This is, in other words, saying man shall not live by bread alone. Zenith Bank orders move to boost non-oil exports. Anti-Shatima forces angry as Tinubu defends running mate. Reps probe lopsided TCN recruitment, summon MDHOS. Protest as Lagos land grabbers burn houses, injure residents. Why? Osun woman wanted for allegedly burning husband. Osage took this on the Nation. Adeleke wins appeal, gets certificate of return on page 8. 4 men gang rape Lagos schoolgirl for 5 days. How? And final story here. How Ebubeagu killed my 7 brothers in my presence, says survivor. These are just really sad stories. Let's move away from Nigeria.
Yeah. Let's go to Kenya this morning and share with you what's on the Daily Nation. Face off, new battlefront opens just 18 days to polls. Raila vows to repossess Ruto land. The grounds in a letter to Lands Minister and Anti-Corruption Agency, Azimayo claims the deputy president irregularly acquired 2,500 acres in Taita Taveta and once title deed held pending settling up of a commission of inquiry, and that's on page 7. Of course, this is all in the build-up to the elections. KNUT demands 60% pay rise for teachers. This, should be a conversation across Africa, actually, pay rise for teachers. What they are demanding, 60% pay rise, a review of the 2021-2025 CBA, promotion of teachers who acquired higher qualifications, 4.5 billion shillings for teachers, professional development programs, TSC to provide a clear grading system for teachers and others. All right, let's move on. It says also here on the Daily Nation, hits and misses in Rigathi and Karawa exchange. And of course, that's with regards to the presidential debate that took place on Tuesday evening. Also on the Daily Nation, Uhuru to his deputy, keep politics away from UNGA. And we can also find here pairs of shorts found in Maribe house had murder victim's blood. A former journalist who's been caught up in a murder trial pressed to explain damning evidence. You can find more of that on page 10. And those are the big stories on the Daily Nation this morning.
And then let's head over to South Africa, where we wrap up the newspaper reviews this morning for the first half. Disobodla, Mzansi's West Town, Northwest Municipality, has had 14 municipal managers, 4 mayors, and 4 speakers in 6 years, resulting in total collapse of governance. Shootout over security contract, latest sign of administrative chaos. Province is set to announce umpteenth intervention on page 4 and 5. Lomla reinvents himself. Freedom fighters' role unlocks more of screen icon. Cheaper signs bus load of unknowns on page 39. And final story here, which is very heartbreaking. Unpaid nurses face starvation. We wait for patients to finish eating to get leftovers.